Welcome to the backstage pass from La Course and stage 20 from the Tour de France.
Interesting day coming up, live on TV for the women all over the world, and exceptional circumstances. We got a sort of a time trial with time gaps, and then Annemiek is going to be first off, and she'll have a lot of riders chasing her, trying to bring her back before the finish. I think there's a few surprises in the course, very steep climb about halfway, so if Annemiek can get to the top with a good gap, I think she should be home and hose. What do you reckon?
Yeah, go for it. Will be really interesting what's happening behind me. It's Freddie in a group behind, so I think will be an interesting race.
Did you get many comments about the your Strava file from Izoard the other day?
Yeah, a lot of comments. Yeah, it was pretty cool. You cannot compare it. Like it's women's cycling and men's cycling, but it was fun to see that that I was pretty fast in the last 5k on the Izoard.
So you reckon we can see you in the men's peloton next year, maybe?
No way. That was suffering to the max today. Didn't have any time gap, so I just had to go flat out and stick to my plan. And yeah, it was interesting. I saw them behind me with 3 of them chasing me together, so then it's 3 against 1. But really happy that I could finish it off, and they did not catch me.
I thought you'd get back on Vleuten's wheel, and you know, she'd drag you to the finish.
I know. No, the plan was for me just to get up to Shara, which I did pretty quickly actually, and then we thought she would then get across to Megan, Lizzie and Elisa, but she didn't quite get there. So then, you know, the main aim was that we didn't want, you know, a cooperative group behind to be chasing Annemiek, and that basically worked. And Annemiek was on a ripper day, and I think she was putting seconds, or it seemed like minutes, into us all.
She put a minute into them, yeah.
About every metre of the race, so great day.
Right, so the guys are in the bus just getting ready for the time trial here. Annemiek has set the bar very, very high for the boys today. She smashed them in the women's race, so a bit of inspiration, something to live up to for the guys on the time trial course this afternoon. It's pretty hot today, but the time trial course is tough. It's got a climb in it up to the Notre Dame de la Garde, which is a big basilica on the centre of Marseille there. Tricky little descent coming off, but it's beautiful. It's going to be some good watching on TV with some of the roads up and down the coast as well.
We're putting the transponders on from the organisation and pumping up the tyres and just making sure they've all got the right gears on. And other than that, the bike's pretty much ready. Yeah, a few people have different choices of chain rings. Some guys ride 54 tooth chain rings, some 55, 56, 58. Most of the guys use the aerodynamic model today, so it equips them like that so they can have a drink, but it's also aero to make the bike faster and save a few watts. They also have the gear shifters on the handlebars and also up here on the TT extension, so they don't have to move at all.
So the course looks like it's not as technical as it looked on in the book. A lot of the corners that could look, you know, they looked on paper quite tight and slow. They're really fast and big roads, so it's gonna be a fast course. But then we hit the climb. It's pretty steep, yeah. So I'm actually tuning the gears a bit. Need a smaller gear, not strong enough.
Yeah.
And then yeah, from there onwards it's pretty fast to get you back on the same road basically. It's going to be a tough course as always, I think.
I've had to come see the mechanics. I've ridden the course now and it's got a pretty steep little pinch in there, and I think I need to downsize the gears. My legs are a little bit too tender to get up in the gear that I've currently got on there, so we'll put a small one on.
What'd you have on before?
I think I had a 42-28 as my smallest. I'm going to change to a 42-30 maybe. We'll see what they got.
Do you always do this for the road as well, your heart rate, or any capacity?
Yeah, no. After about 2 weeks of the Grand Tour, it stops going anywhere, and all it does is crack you when you look at it. So when you get to my age and your maximum heart rate's about 150 on a stage, and it should be at 180, I just tape it up. Can't see it, doesn't exist.
And how would you feel after your crash? Because I heard you actually dropped yourself, so there's no one else involved.
No one else involved, my own fault. As bike riders say, it could be worse.
Could be. Could
have broken something, could have happened in the first week, so...
You've left your mark on the road.
Yeah, hopefully I'll still be able to boogie on the Champs-Elysees.
Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man looks good. Wednesday just don't go.
Alright, let's go shopping, boys.
Sunday goes too slow. I'll have Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty.
It's time to go left, slightly uphill.
She looks fine tonight. She's outside to me. I'm with my friend tonight. I'm with my head tonight.
Yeah, now up the speed, take the right hand side, right. Use those written patches as an indication where you are.
Only I'll have Friday on my mind. With a bright big light once more. There was nothing else that was me. More than working for the rich man.
Was you happy with 5th place?
Happy with 5th. I don't think I could have asked for more. Rode as best I could, and yeah, surprised myself as well. To be top 5 in the Tour de France time trial at the end of the Tour de France is a good performance. So it seems that came good in the 3rd week of the Tour. So now happy to get 5th place and best place in Europe ever in the time trial, really. Spa in Slovenia a couple of years ago, but gives me some confidence going forward.
Well, that's a wrap, stage 20 of the Tour de France time trial day. There was a lot to play for today, and as we saw, the results were very, very tight. Rider today from our team was Daryl Impey, with an incredible ride, 5th place. He's 5 or 6 times South African time trial champion, but that was a very technical course today, and 5th place was a very, very solid ride indeed. Yatesy, we had one thing to do today, and that was get through that technical time trial without incident today. He rode exactly the same time as our rival, and 8th place on general classification, and 2nd in the white jersey, Louis Menchis. So that's nearly job accomplished with the white jersey. 1 stage to go into Paris, and it was a very technical course, as you saw. There was a couple of incidents there, and look, it was a very fast one, and we saw Michael Lander come within 1 second of removing Romain Bardet from the podium. So I'm not sure if that means there's going to be some action on the Champs-Elysees tomorrow or not, but it's turned into a very, very tight Tour de France with 1 day to go.